Also, we ask that you stay off the floor at all times, stay seated throughout the contest. Please respect and recognize all the cheerleaders when they perform on the court. Enjoy the game and go with both teams. Now starters for your Ansona Chargers, coached by Shane Kingsley. Senior, number 22, Devontae Weaver. Senior, number 10, Glenn Hines. Senior, number 13, Martin Antoine. Senior, number 24, Alfonso Smith. And sophomore, number 1, Sheldon Schuler. Now starters for Wilby Wildcats, coached by Alan Piccolo. Sophomore, number 11, Jeremiah Tripp.
No.
Junior, number 22, Raekwon James. Junior, number 23, Jonathan Matez. Junior, number 1, Calvin Hicks. And senior, number 2, Cyrus Smith. Now we guys will be playing national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Waterbury, Connecticut, Wilby High School, home of the Wildcats. The George Dorado Court. This is Mitch Beck with you for this DETSportsMedia.com production of CIAC High School Boys Basketball. Along with Deb Throw on the camera doing the wonderful job engineering, we have Ansonia Boys High School, the Chargers coached by Shane Kingsley, and the Wilby Boys basketball team coached by Alan Piccolo, the Wildcats, getting ready to go. We have Steve Wadarski and Ron DiOrio, our two referees for today, and this should be a good one. For Wilby, Cyrus Smith, Calvin Hicks, Raekwon James, Jonathan Matthias, and Jeremiah Tripp. And for the Ansonia Chargers, it will be Sheldon Schuler, Devontae Weaver, Glenn Hines, Alfonso Smith, and Martin Antoine. Should have our jump ball coming to you momentarily. And we're underway, controlled by Wilby. And a turnover just that quickly. And Ansonia looks to set it up. Ball swings wide and back down low. Shots blocked twice and taken away by Wilby. They bring the ball down the court. Look for the runner, and it hits. That was Cyrus Smith with the layup. Ball swinging around to the outside. Fake the three, thrown all across the top, and that's picked off by Calvin Hicks. Swung around to Cyrus Smith. He surveys the situation. Ansonia playing his own. Hicks looks to see what he's got, gets it up. Coming down the middle, pulls up, and a nice bucket as Raekwon James hits Cyrus Smith. And another zone play. Swung around, pulls up for a three. That goes off the rim, and another rebound goes to Wilby. Cyrus Smith's got it. Pulls it up top to Calvin Hicks. They set up a play against the zone. That's Matthias, gives it off to Tripp. Tripp gets his own rebound. Kicked off the foot. And brought up by Ansona into the key, thrown to the outside, swung around for a three, a long one, off the rim, no good. Here comes Raekwon James. Takes the layup, off the rim and no good. Brought to the outside, brought all the way up, and that's gonna be a block foul charge, and it's gonna go the other way. So Wilby will bring it up the court. Raekwon James has got it. He's manned up. Nice move down the middle, and a floater goes. Nice one for Calvin Hicks. Ansona brings it up and trails 6-0. Smith has got it, flips it over the end. That one's picked off by Cyrus Smith. He goes coast to coast, goes for the layup, no good. Rebound by Glenn Hines. He comes, throws it to the corner for the long three, and hits Martin Antoine. Buries one from downtown. Make it 6-3 with 5:16 remaining in the first quarter. So welcome on a Thursday evening for CIAC High School Boys Basketball here on Channel 16 and YouTube. Brought to you by DETSportsMedia.com. Wilby will start it out. Antoine Black going to throw it in. Gives it to Hicks and back. Over to Raekwon James. Raekwon's got it. Throws it back over the top. Kept in before we had the backcourt violation. Swung around for the three. That one misses altogether, but a rebound. That one's blocked. Nicely done by Glenn Hines. And an excellent play going back the other way. Play thrown in up over the top. Nicely done to keep in. And Alfonso Smith swung around. Shot off the rim. No good. There's a big play, and that one gets tossed out. Coach Shane Kingsley, quite animated. I talked with Coach Alan Piccolo before the game, and he said he's got a very, very young team, and they're trying to find an identity. He said to expect them to run, to try and slow it down at times, mix it up. Coach Shane Kingsley also told me before the game that he's going to throw everything he can at this Wilby team. Expect to see a lot of zone and a lot of man-on-man. Thrown to the outside. Nice fake. Goes up for the shot. No, it's dished off. And it's loose underneath. And brought down. Nice shot for three. And that's good. Martin Antoine with his second three-pointer, making it 6 each. Nice run all the way up and in by Antoine Black. Back comes Ansona. Ball swung around to the inside, dished off. Nice basket from Glenn Hines. Swung up to Smith. Smith throws a wild shot, gets a foul. He'll go to the line, shoot 2. Smith to shoot 2 from the line. We seem to have some sort of a delay. I believe we're having some scoreboard issues, and that's what's causing the delay. 3 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in the first period. Looks like we're going to get a timeout. They're going to try and get this whole thing straightened out. Up. I guess a technical foul was called. Misses the first. Smith goes to shoot the second. And he gets that one. I guess those were the 2 free throws, and I guess this is going to be the technical. And that's Black, hits the first. And gets the second as well. So it's 11-8. The home Wilby Wildcats taking the lead. Hicks throws it into the backcourt. Black retrieves it and makes his way up the court. Ball gets swung around. A nice play by Hicks to keep it in. Off the pass from Tripp. Tripp throws it down low. And Jonathan Matthias loses the handle and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Ansona ball. Chargers bring it up the court. Look to get something started. Ball is tossed out for a 3. That one goes off the rim and runs out. And Wilby's coming back. Black pulls up for a 3. No good. Banked off the glass and pulled down for the rebound. And we've got a traveling penalty. Coming into the game is Sharif Dean Biliou. Hicks and Smith playing a little catch. Nice give and go. And that one is rejected with authority. Black throws it all the way to the back. Hicks throws it into the corner for a shot from 3. That goes off the rim, no good. That was pretty close to a travel, but it gets called nothing. And back comes Ansona. Run right up the middle. And it looks like we're going to get a blocking foul. Alfonso Smith's going to go to the line. Oh, no, he's not. They're setting it up, setting up the play. Martin Antoine going to throw it in. Ball tossed out. Sent back down low into the middle. Wild shot, doesn't go. And back comes Wilby. Hicks has it. Off to Black. Ball swung around. Nice fake. Pulls up for three. That hits the rim and doesn't go in. They battle for it. And looks like it'll be given to Wilby. Hicks will throw it in. Gives it to Black and back. And back again. Thrown down and low. And a nice hoop. Good vision right there. Ball swings around. Lost in the middle. And turn around again. And here comes Black up the middle. He loses control, gets bumped into, and no call. Thrown all the way down. And a nice layup. And that's Glenn Hines. Makes it 13-10. Here comes Hicks. Oh, excuse me. It's Jeremiah Tripp. Gives it to Hicks. Ball in the corner. Makes his way to the middle, loses control, and down on a 3-on-1. Goes the other way, and we got another whistle. That one goes against Tripp. Glenn Hines will go to the line with 56.2 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Makes the first one easily. And we'll have some substitutions. Cyrus Smith back in. Andreas Urena, he joins the game. Missed the second. And Urena brings it into the forecourt. Plays a little catch. Looks for some help, playing more catch along the top of the umbrella. Throws it into the corner. Pass out in front. And an easy bucket. That's Deshaun Wilson. 15-11 with 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Ball swings around. Over the top. Nice move. Excellent play all the way around. Good read. And Martin Antoine brings it home. 15-13 with 15 seconds to go. Ball thrown over the top. Down low again. Back out to the top. That's picked off. And Alfonso Smith goes the whole way. He gets hacked. That was a hard foul. And Smith seems shaken up. Andreas Urena with the very hard foul. I think that could easily be called a flagrant foul. Alfonso Smith still down. Head coach Shane Kingsley is over there, checking on his player. The trainer is there. And Smith still seems a bit shaken up. Good to see Smith sitting up now. He took a hard one, hit his head, the whole 9 yards. And good to see him being able to get up and walking it off on his own power. And Ansona takes a timeout with 3.8 seconds left in the first quarter, a 15-13 score. And 2 shots yet to come. Interestingly, Calvin Hicks is walking off the court. Or is he going to get? No, I think he's walking off the court. Alan Piccolo's got his team out. Kingsley sends his. We'll have some free throws. Nice to see Smith is going to take them himself after getting shaken up. Smith coming back now. Misses the first. And makes a second, 15-14 with 3.8 to go. And they're going to call a foul with 0.3 seconds left. A push. Wilby will have it. Raekwon James just handed it in, and that'll do it. And the shot wouldn't have counted anyway. But at the end of one, it's 15-14. The home Wilby High School Wildcats on top of the Ansona Chargers after one period. Down. Up. So as we get ready for the second period, Ansona has played 2 games so far this season. They lost their opener 98-56 to Sacred Heart, and they won the second against Oxford 58-55. Wilby lost their opener to Wolcott 62-58. So we're going to have shots to start the period. I don't know what for. By the looks of it, some sort of a technical foul. Misses the first. Antoine Black, the junior guard, 5'8", goes to take the second shot. And he makes it. That starts the period 16-14. Interesting technicals being called. And Black starts with the ball in his back court and brings it up. Looks to make a move, does, passes off. And a nice runner. That falls for Jeremiah Tripp. Smith swings it around. That one's blocked by Black. He heads straight up the middle, loses the handle on it. And thrown all the way back up the other end. And mugged on that one is Martin Antoine. He's definitely heading to the line. He'll be shooting 2. Wilby certainly got their money's worth on that foul. And that one goes in and out for Antoine. This one will be live. Sets, shoots, and hits. 18-15. Still a one-possession game. Black struggling to control it a little bit there. Goes through the legs, pulls up from the free throw line, bounces it off the rim, and it shoots out again. Ball gets moved for a three from Smith. That doesn't go. And rebounded again by Whitby. Taken down by Cyrus Smith, who comes all the way up the court, throws it, and that one's broken up by Alfonso Smith and taken back. Taken control of by Whitby. Guys are getting a bit sloppy. That was Jonathan Matthias, who was trying to get control of that one. Black goes to the hoop. What did I say? Black going to the line for Wilby. Makes the first. Makes it 19-15. Shoots the second. That one goes off the rim. It's a live ball. Rebounded by Ansona. Well, that looked like he carried that. Gets away with one. Smith gives it back. Ball is swung around nicely around the perimeter. Fake shot thrown around the end. Nice look down low to find Antoine again. Makes it a 19-17 contest. Hicks has it. Gives the ball up. Moving to the middle, a nice little running hook shot. That goes down. And Smith and Matthias got tied up. Matthias will go take a rest. Coming in is Deshaun Wilson. And Smith will bring it up. Swung around to Antoine, back to Smith, back to Antoine. He pulls up for a three and misses wide. And back to Wilby. Hicks has it. He and Antoine defend. Black going right down the middle. Misses the layup. And back over to Ansona. That one goes coast to coast. No good. And here's going to come an easy one. Nice little layup. Up and in. Black goes to Hicks for the bucket. 21-17. Over the top. Antoine pulls up for three and hits. Nice shot. 21-20. 5:13 to go in the first half. That's a big three for Ansona. Keeping him nice and close. Antoine Black. He and Alfonso Smith tie it up. He pulls up. Gets a hand on it. Nicely done by Smith, who's a senior, a 5'9" senior. And with that, Smith will go take a seat. Sharif Dean Ballou back in the game. Looking for some help. A shot from dead corner, no good, air ball. And it looks like Wilson's going to be called for going over the back. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, that was right the first time. Still battling a cold, so if you hear me occasionally cough, I apologize in advance. It's Glenn Hines with the ball. They play catch. Smith goes across over the top to Antoine. And brought in the middle. Smith works his way down. Nice little runner in and out. Touches the rim, but unable to do anything. We got a jump ball. And it looks like it's going to stay with Ansona. Ball brought in low. And here comes Wilby. No good. Back the other way. Ansona on the 2-on, and that's good. Antoine finishes. They get 23-22. 4:08 to go, first half. Glenn Hines is starting to feel it. What's he calling here? I don't know. They were kind of getting into it with one another. Thrown all the way across. Raekwon James has got it. Goes between the legs, gives it to Black. To Wilson, Black to Black. Moves to the outside. Thrown back, Wilson looks. Finds a seam, but turns it over. Wilby actually trails Ansona at 22-21 with 3:40 to go in the first half. Got to give Ansona credit. They have battled their way back and taken a lead. Smith bringing it into the forecourt, swings it around, gets it back. Wilby is playing a zone. And a shot from outside. Hits the rim and goes off. Raekwon James goes coast to coast. Throws up a runner. And it doesn't fall. Wilby's getting a little sloppy with the shot selection. And a nice underhand scoop and in for Glenn Hines, the senior guard. It's 24-21, Ansona, their biggest lead of the game. And almost another turnover. James gives it up and winds up on the wing for a long shot, no good. Thrown back out and another giveaway, a 2-on-1, now a 4-on-2. And that looks to me like a good charge. They're going to call the charge or a block. Looks like they're going to call the charge. Calvin Hicks got hit down low. Seems to be in quite a bit of discomfort. He's going to stay in the contest. He'll have to remove his hand from where it is if he expects to play, contribute. Raekwon James. Nice shot off the glass is finished by Deshaun Wilson. 24-23, and we've got a foul. I want to go against Antoine Black. Jalen Johnson is looking to report in for the first time in the contest. And a long three goes off the back of the rim and no good. That comes Wilby. Black with a stutter step. Ball back outside. Hicks looks to go one-on-one, dishes off. James goes through the middle and gets hacked. And it's going to go to the line with a minute 51 left in the first half. First shot is good. And we're deadlocked at 24. Wilby had a 6-point lead at one point. Biggest lead for Ansona was 3. Second one is also good. And Wilby has battled back to regain the lead. John Nimmons checks into the game. Thrown across the top. Nice ball movement. And a steal by Black. Loses the handle, takes it back, and goes straight down the middle and then loses it himself. And Wilson throws it off of Smith. Looked like it went off of Smith's hand, but they award it to Ansona. Smith's got it with a minute and a half left in the first half. Ball swung nicely around. A big three from the corner hits the rim and bounces out. Nice play to keep it live. That was Jalen Johnson who knocked it all the way back. It was a nice play. And Smith will go to the line. Steve Wodarski and Ron DiOrio have had their hands full here in the first half. First shot goes in and out, rebounded, pulls back for a three after the rebound. That goes in and out, and Smith's got it. Hicks has it. Hicks loses a handle, manages to get it out. Tripp loses it, and that's a foul. And with a minute 9 left, I believe they're in the penalty. Raekwon James looking to check in. Hicks will go take a seat. Get a little bit of extra rest before halftime. Jeremiah Tripp makes the first. Makes it 26-24. Shoots the second, and that goes off the rebound and in. 27-24 with a minute 5 left in the first half. It's been a very close game thus far. Shot from the corner doesn't go in, and Johnson knocks it out of the bounds. That was Antoine gunning that one up. He likes those 3-pointers from the corners. And with 57 seconds to go, Wilby has it. He'll bring it into the forecourt. Long bomb. That hits the net. And back comes Ansona. Nice dish and a great play with Raekwon James coming back and smacking it out of the hands of Jalen Johnson. We'll have a substitution coming in. Johnson goes to take a seat. And Tajmir Wilson comes into the game with 41 seconds to go. They're going to play for the last shot. That's what Matthias was screaming for, is the last shot. Black loses control of it, and that's taken away and then taken back. That's going to be a blue ball with 16.9 left. Johnson comes back in. Tajmir Wilson goes and sits. 16 seconds, 12, and another foul. It'll be 1-1 with 11.9 left in the first half. Smith goes to the line, hits the first, Makes it 27-25. This ball will be live with 11.9 to go. Shot goes off the rim, no good. And that'll be a jump ball. And the arrow favors Wilby. 10.9 to go in the first half. Ball inbounded to James. He throws it up front to the front court. And there's another foul. Turnover. Cyrus Smith, excuse me. With 4.7 left. Smith will go take a seat. And thrown all the way across. Antoine takes the running shot from three, and that's no good. And we are at the end of the first half with the home Wilby Wildcats taking a 27-25 lead on the Ansona Chargers into halftime. You stick around. We will be back on this DETSportsMedia.com production, seen only on Channel 16 and on YouTube. Stick around. Welcome back to Wilby High School. Mitch Beck with you, along with Deb Thoreau, for this DETSportsMedia.com production of CIAC boys basketball. We're here in Waterbury today, as we are all the time, for this Wilby High School and Ansona boys game. So we got a lot of things straightened out at halftime. All the technical fouls were called for the same reason that I was kind of messed up at times, is the numbers that were in the book were wrong. So a lot of the players that I was calling off, their numbers were wrong, and some of them you saw, I mean, you're not blind, you saw I wasn't able to call at all because I didn't have their numbers at all, who they were, and I didn't want to just guess. So we've got that all straightened out, but that's what the technical fouls were for, that you saw several of them, I guess, as they reported in and their numbers were wrong, was a technical foul assessed. So, excuse me, and that's where we stand. So here's the scoring for Ansona in the first half. Number 10, Glenn Hines, a senior, has 7 points. Alfonso Smith, number 24, he's a senior guard. He has 2. And senior Martin Antoine has 16. That's the scoring for Ansona. 3 guys. For Wilby, Antoine Black has 6. Cyrus Smith has 3. Calvin Hicks has 4. Deshaun Wilson has 4, Raekwon James has 2, and Jeremiah Tripp has 6. So much, much more balanced scoring coming from the Wilby boys team. Alan Piccolo's got to be happy that his team has handled some adversity. They were up by 6, then down by 3, and we head into the third period with the Wilby leading by 2. So the two teams are warmed up. They're huddled around their respective coaches, and we will go. Now at least I'll get the numbers right, so I feel better. I'm sure you'll feel better a lot, more at home, knowing that the players are actually being identified. So on the court right now is number 1, Sheldon Schuler. Number 22 is Devontae Weaver. Number 24 is Alfonso Smith. Number 13 is Martin Antoine. Number 2 is Seth Roselle. He's on the bench. Those are the ones we got straightened away. Wilby starting Calvin Hicks. Raekwon James. We'll get back to that in a moment as we're underway in the second half. Alfonso Smith directing traffic. They're swinging it around. And a three-pointer from the corner. That comes up short. And back the other way. Nice move. Ball rolls right off the rim and rebounded by Ansona. Smith moves the ball nicely. Going up over the top and back around. Swinging it to the corner. Down low and back out top. That's picked off. And then we have a foul, and that's on Raekwon James. James is a junior. And it's a non-shooting foul. Glenn Hines throw the ball in, and does, gets it to Smith. Smith swings it back. They play a little catch at the top. Smith gets it down low, and a good idea. Goes off a foot, and will stay with Ansona. And the referee is being called over once again to the scorer's table. Okay, they want to know who that was on. And it was called on Devontae Weaver. And Schuler with it. He's up high, looks to make a move, puts it out. Smith misses. That one's rebounded, given back. And that's Devontae Weaver. He got mugged. And he will shoot two. 6:54 left. Just underway. Minute 6 in to the third period. Hope you're enjoying this production as much as we are sending it to you. Weaver, shoot. Rolls in and out. Seth Roselle looks to check in shortly. Weaver shoots. And that one rolls off the top of the rim and out. Here comes Wilby. Thrown to the corner, and that one's picked off. It's a 2-on-1 going the other way, and that'll be a walk. And a turnover. Back to Wilby. Checking in is Roselle and Antoine Black. Jeremiah Tripp goes to take a seat. Oh. Good effort, but a turnover nonetheless. Guys are getting very, very sloppy. That'll be a push called on Devontae Weaver. Or excuse me, on Raekwon James, pardon me. Going to the line is Seth Roselle. He's a senior, he's 5'8", he misses the first. Dribbles and sets himself, takes the shot, and it goes in and out, and rebounded by Wilby. Cyrus Smith with the rebound, advances the ball up court quickly. Raekwon James has got it, gives it up to Black. And a nice runner, whoa, and that one goes and gets right back to him. Misses the rebound is Calvin Hicks. He's trapped. And Ansona is able to come away with it. That's Sheldon Schuler, excuse me. He gives it up. Another shot's missed. And Raekwon James with the rebound. And that one's going to go off of Alfonso Smith. Ball will stay with Wilby. We're here in George Dorado Court on the campus of Wilby High School here in Waterbury, Connecticut for this afternoon's CIAC action. Glad we could have you along with us on a Thursday. That ball mishandled by Antoine Black. It goes out of bounds, and it'll be another turnover. And coming off the bench is Sharif Dean Bilyeu. Ansona bringing it into the forecourt, thrown up over the top. Schuler takes it. Has it back. Surveys the scene. Schuler goes to the middle, throws it up. misses wide off the board and rebounded by Cyrus Smith. Smith looks to make it to the middle, thrown out up top. Andre Arena gives it up. Nice move, up to the hoop, and that one goes off of Arena and back to Ansona. Seth Roselle's got it, swings it around to Smith. They go over the top, but that gets picked off. Wilby bringing it down, going coast to coast and getting nothing. That was Matthias. Back, nice passes. And we are tied. Nice hoop. Come back down the other way and a foul. Schuler. Martin Antoine made the last bucket to knot up the game, 27. Nice move down the middle, a sweet little layup there by Calvin Hicks, the 5'10" junior guard for Wilby. Seth Roselle swings it around to Smith, back to the corner for a shot from Schuler. It's the front of the rim. Taken back. Antoine's got it. Looks to give it up and does. Moved into the middle. Nice pass to Antoine. He goes up off the glass and in. Sweet pass around the back and down low. Gives Ansona the lead. Hicks, nice sweet move. And he gets the roll. That was Hicks, excuse me. With a sweet move and a nice finish. Roselle throws it to Antoine in the corner. That doesn't go. And brought back down by Smith, who runs into a body and gets called for the charge. .408 remaining in the third quarter. And here comes Smith. Casually walking up, gives it up to Antoine. And we have a travel. And we'll be seeing a little full court pressure. And a good idea. Ends going the other way. Nice play by Hicks to try and get it. A layup attempt. And a follow-up is good. Nice play by Alfonso Smith all over the court. And a good play by Schuler to make the takeaway. And the referee gets in the way of the pass to Smith, causing the turnover. We're deadlocked at 31 with 3:29 to go here in the third quarter. Mitch Beck with you, and Deb Throw, the A-team, bringing you this CIAC boys high school basketball. Full court press coming here. Wilby's able to break it. Swung around up top and right down the middle. That was a triple pump. Didn't work. Alan Piccolo telling him go straight up with the shot. Wilby looks to get the ball in bounds and does. Swung around for a three, no good. And it winds up in Hines' hands. And a nice play coming back as Arena is able to break it up with 3:08 to go. Ball looking to be inbounded by Antoine and does to Schuler. Schuler works the baseline, gets it back up top, gets the ball back. He tries to go down low. He pulls up for the shot and hits. Ansonia has taken the lead back. 33-31 and picked off by Smith, and he gets a layup. And they have the biggest lead of their game. 4-point swing in just a matter of seconds. And Ansonia has jumped out to a 35-31 lead with 2:45 to go in the third quarter. Wilby wasn't quite ready for the full court press that Ansonia was putting on them. And as a result, 2 quick turnovers lead to buckets. Fonzo Smith for Ansonia has had a particularly strong game. He has been all over the place, both on the offensive side and on the defensive side. For Wilby, it's been the story of Smith and Hicks, who've both been outstanding. So here comes the trap again. Jeremiah Tripp going to throw it in to Raekwon James. And back. Swinging it up, and they break into the forecourt and then throw it way up top. And are able to go all the way across, and that's thrown completely out. And that will go back to Ansonia. Tripp goes out, and Hicks comes back in for Wilby. And Seth Roselle bringing the ball up. And Smith loses the ball, back going the other way, and up and in is Raekwon James. Nice play. Jonathan Matthias, the junior, gets his hand in there, knocks it out of bounds. Antoine gives it in. And that's Roselle. Schuler looks to give it back and does. And back coming the other way is James. Goes in and out, up and over, and puts it in. We're deadlocked again at 35. 2 turnovers from Ansonia lead to buckets the other way. Throwing it over the top to Antoine. He's got it. He was trapped in the corner. It looked like he stepped out, but he didn't apparently. Smith gives it to Schuler. Schuler runs the baseline, throws it back out to Smith. Antoine for 3. Twice off the rim and no good. And that's going to stay with Ansonia with 1:26 left to go in the third quarter. Ball's inbounded, swung around to Schuler, around to Roselle, thrown across the middle. That was getting pretty obvious, but Schuler picks it up, and he loses the ball. And it goes back to Wilby. James coming down the middle, looks to give it up, does, and that hits is Cyrus Smith. The senior guard puts it away. Makes it a 37-35 Wilby lead. A long 3. Barely hits the rim. That was a forced shot. And now Wilby comes and looks to make it a 4-point lead with less than a minute to go in the third quarter. Nice give and go. Doesn't work. Roselle loses the ball, and that's thrown in and kept alive by Ansonia. Nice move. Schuler gets hacked. Continuation play doesn't go, but they call it on Schuler. So Wilby will have the ball with a 2-point lead and 32.4 left. Coming in for Ansonia is Devontae Weaver. Antoine goes and takes a seat. Picked off by Smith, throws it back away, and back to Wilby. James throws it down low for the bucket. That was Cyrus Smith, 39-35 with 10 seconds left in the third quarter. And another long shot. That hits the rim and comes in and out. And with 2 seconds and 1, and at the end of 3, it's a 39-35 lead for the home Wilby Wildcats over the Ansona Chargers. This has been a close one the entire time, and it's going to come down to the next 8 minutes and who wants it more. It's been a game of mistakes. Seems that when guys are rushing the ball and turning it over, it seems to be going in the basket for the other squad. So for this next 8 minutes, they're going to have to protect that basketball, work it down low, get some good shots, and then go back and play some strong D. And that applies to both of these teams, because with a 4-point lead and the fact that it's swung back and forth as many times as it has so far, this could be anybody's game. For Ansona playing on the road, this has been a good one. They've had their opportunities. They just got to slow it down and make some shots. Take their time. Can't be having that long bomb like Alfonso Smith threw up. That was totally unforced. Barely even hit the rim. So the possession arrow favors Wilby, and they'll start with the ball. James has got it. And it's swung around. And a shot is pulled up and hits the rim again. Rebounded. And that one's finished by Jonathan Matthias. It's a 6-point lead for the home team. That's nice pass, goes all the way through. And a nice finish for Glenn Hines. 41-37. Hicks going in and out, back and forth with the ball. Back up to James. He makes a hard drive, looks to make pass into the middle, but that's picked off. And Seth Roselle comes down, goes in and out, and his spot is stuffed. Deshaun Wilson got his hand all over that ball, but apparently they called a foul on the play. Looked to me like he got nothing but ball. And I know I happen to be right because Deb Thoreau's, shaking her head. So if she's shaking her head, that means I'm right. You learn very early on, boys and girls. You listen to the woman when she's talking to you, and she tells you you're right, it means you're right. She tells you you're wrong, you better get your apology ready. Right, Deb? Thumbs up from Deb on that one. She's doing a great job giving you all the sights and sounds here today. Shots are both missed, but controlled by Ansona. Schuler looks to spring it out for a three. In and out. No good. Wilby with the rebound. And they're looking to trap. Nice play by Seth Roselle to pop it out of bounds. Coming back in the game is Sharifdeen Bawu. I want to say it right. I owe him an apology for brutalizing his name. Schuler pulls up, hits the front of the rim. Nice rebound, thrown back up for three. No good. Another rebound, thrown back out again. Schuler reset. Excellent sequence there from Glenn Hines with all those rebounds. And they're going to get a charge on Schuler and a turnover. 41-38 with 6:29 to go here in the fourth. Coming into the game, Jalen Johnson, and Sheldon Schuler goes and takes a seat. Raekwon James finds someone open. It's Matthias. His shot, he misses. And there again is Glenn Hines. Nice move into the middle. Nice recovery. And it looks like we'll have a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Wilby, or Ansonia. Checking in is Jeremiah Tripp. Checking out is Deshaun Wilson. Hines gives it up to Johnson into the corner. Moving along the baseline. Antoine got the ball knocked out of his hands by Antoine Black. So the ball will stay with Ansonia with 6:02 to go. Smith looking for help, finds Johnson. Swung around for Roselle, hits the rim and goes out. And a nice play to keep it alive. Rushing down for the for the layup attempt. And that one's thrown out of bounds. Jalen Johnson lost it. Raekwon James will throw it in with Seth Roselle right in front of him. Given up to Jeremiah Tripp. Hines went to make a play, and that's a three. That's good for Jonathan Matthias, makes it 44-38. Matching their biggest lead of the game is Wilby. Shot from the corner, and that's a three. Antoine finding long distance again. Johnson, and they'll have a foul on Antoine. Or they call that on Johnson. I guess they called that on Johnson. 44-41 with 5:18 to go. Checking in is Hicks for Wilby. Speaking of Hicks, he goes to make a play. Doesn't work. John Nimmons, is back in the game for Ansonia. And we have another foul. 5:09 to go. Looking for an opening. Roselle's got it. That looked like a travel. They got away with one there. Antoine's got it, gives it back to Roselle. Swung around, Antoine for another long three, and that one goes off the rim. Hines is there, finds Roselle in the middle, and he hits the bucket. 44-43, we're under to go. Nice pass into the corner. Matthias, his shot is short. Hines is there again. He's been on every rebound, it seems. He goes straight up the middle, takes the layup, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. Ansonia with a chance here to take the lead. They're one away from erasing a 6-point deficit. Twice in this one, Wilby has had 6-point leads, only to lose them. So in addition for Hines helping all over the glass and putting in some points, here's a chance for him to hit a couple from the free throw line, give his team the lead. Pauses, shoots the first and hits, and we're deadlocked at 44. Substitutions coming in. For Ansonia, Jalen Johnson checks back in. Matthias and Bilwu check out. Second shot is no good. And Johnson battles for the rebound. And it looks like they're going to get, Ansonia is going to get the ball back. Sheldon Schuler back in the game. Johnson's going to check out. Ball's thrown in. And then Hicks is going to get called for a foul coming in over the back. We're deadlocked with 4:29 to go. Schuler sets up the offense. Throws it back out. Roselle swings it around. Thrown back to Schuler. Back to the open man. Shoots for three. In and out. And a nice play. Another nice play. As Alfonso Smith goes in the air after taking the ball away, throws it off the Wilby player, and gives it back to the visitors from Ansonia. Thrown back up on top, and that's a hack. Antoine Black will get the foul. And going to the line for Ansonia is going to be Alfonso Smith. Chance to break this tie. Schuler goes back out. Coming back in is Johnson. And shoots the first one and hits. Smith is the one that gives them back the lead for Ansonia. Hits the second. 6-point lead. A deficit is now a 2-point lead with 4 minutes and 5 seconds left to go. Ball's thrown all the way across the top to Black. Black's got it. Looks to make a move on Antoine. Throws a runner up. That goes in and out. And rebounded by Johnson. Smith's got it. Looks to go coast to coast. Flips it up. Gets a call. And he'll go and shoot two. If he can make both, Ansonia would have their largest lead of the game. Their biggest lead has been 3. Smith is at the line to shoot two. Shoots the first and front of the rim. He'll shoot the second. Shoots it and makes it. Matches their biggest point spread of the game. Third time they've had a 3-point lead in this one. Wilby trapping. And another turnover, another jump ball. This time the possession now favors Wilby. Ansonia playing quite spirited. Wilby seems to be wilting. With 3:38 to go and a timeout called by Wilby. Head coach Alan Piccolo is going to try and get his team refocused. Shane Kingsley's got his team. They're all hugging each other. They're feeling the positive vibe. Really is a tale of two teams right now, just physically looking at them. Ansonia with a lot of confidence. Wilby not. So we have 3:38 to go. And Ansonia, who's 1-1 entering this game, they've got a 3-point lead. And Wilby, who's 0-1 entering this one, is getting ready. Antoine, Johnson, Hines, Smith, and Roselle on the court for Ansonia. Let's see who Piccolo sends out there. It's Deshaun Wilson, Cyrus Smith, Jeremiah Tripp, Antoine Black, and Calvin Hicks. Ball gets tossed back into the corner, a 3-point shot, and it goes! Jeremiah Tripp ties the game at 47. Thrown into the corner, baseline for Antoine, he loses the ball. Turned over to Tripp. Tripp looked like he almost double dribbled. He gives it up to Wilson. Wilson gives it up to Black. Black pulls up a shot, misses, gets his own rebound, throws it back out for three. No good. And a foul under the basket. And Antoine Black, the junior guard, is going to get a chance to give the Wilby High School Wildcats the lead. Alan Piccolo sends two guys back. That ball rims in and out. Johnson's going to go out. Schuler's going to come back in for Ansonia, I should say. So Hicks will shoot his second one after the first one went in and out. That one looks like it's short, but it goes in. 48-47. Wilby now leads. Ansonia bringing it into the forecourt. Schuler with it. Surveys the territory. Gives it to Roselle. Back. Swung around. And that three-point attempt is blocked by Cyrus Smith. He just said no to Alfonso Smith. Schuler has it. Going over the top, a dangerous play, and it works against them, and a layup is good. Calvin Hicks makes it a three-point lead for the Wilby Wildcats. And a timeout for Ansonia. Perhaps Ansonia was getting a little bit too confident. Wilby not wilting, Wilby rising to the occasion, turning a three-point deficit into a three-point lead. Buzzer sounds. Teams are asked to come back to the court. Ansonia's out. And now Wilby's coming onto the court. Ansonia's got the ball under their own hoop. And we're back underway. Clock ticking with 2:25 to go. Swung around down low. Schuler back up to Roselle. Roselle with a fake. Dumps it back into Schuler. He loses the handle. And a turnover to Whitby. Antoine Black goes under. He misses a layup. But a follow-up and good. Deshaun Wilson makes it a 5-point lead. 2 minutes to go. Schuler looking. And Roselle with a three. That doesn't work. Rebound Whitby. And a 2-on-0 going the other way. Black gets fouled but goes. No foul call. And Wilby has their largest lead of the game. 7 points with 1:38 to go. Passed out. Roselle swung around to their three-point shooter. And Antoine hits it. Cuts it from a 7-point lead to a 4-point lead with 1:26 to go. Well, you can almost be guaranteed. You can almost be guaranteed right now that this is going to become a free throw shooting contest. Johnson's going to come in. If Wilby can hit free throws, they're going to win this one. If they can't, Ansonia's got a real good shot. This was a full 60-second timeout. Ansonia showing that they're going to be in the full court press, which you would expect. Wilby's going to have Antoine Black throw the ball in. Hicks has it and gives it back and receives it. And they're moving it nicely and break the press. Get it down low. And now they're trapping with 1:10 to go. And a turnover. Going to the hoop and fouled. Once again, it's Glenn Hines with the good play. 1:07 to go. He has a chance to cut this to a 2-point game. Two big free throws here for Hines. Needs to hit them both. Misses the first. Smacks it and it goes flying backwards. This ball will be live. Ansonia's got to crash the boards. Antoine gets the rebound. That's what they needed. Schuler throws it in the corner to Johnson for three. No good, air ball. And a foul in the backcourt. That's going to go on Schuler. And they're not in the penalty. So Wilby will get the ball. Back in the game is Johnson. Schuler goes and sits. Roselle coming back in the game. .56.5 seconds. And they break the press again. And a long shot, nice rebound. Gets up and in. And another jump ball. This one, this time, favors Ansonia. Possession arrow in their favor. So at 45 seconds and a 4-point deficit, Ansonia will get the ball back. Roselle looks to set it up, gives it to Smith, back to Roselle, swings it in the corner. Antoine for three, off the front of the rim. Put in by Smith, a 2-point game with 32 seconds left. They're able to avoid the foul. Here goes Hicks to the board. He gets the bucket and will get a shot. They give him the basket on the continuation. So it's a 4-point deficit. He can make it 5 if he can hit this one. Nope, missed. And with 25 seconds, it's a 4-point lead. Antoine. Smith needs help. At pass to Johnson all the way, and Johnson loses it. Nope. They say it went off of Wilby. It looked like it went off of Johnson's leg. But there's 15.9 left and a 4-point deficit for Ansonia. They're going to need something fast. Antoine goes up and hits it. And they call timeout with 12.6 and a 2-point game, 56-54. You have to assume here that Ansonia is going to foul whoever gets the ball in from Wilby immediately and hope that he doesn't make it. This has been a good one. Lots of lead changes. Lots of intrigue. I'm using my senior year of high school words. So you have to assume that Shane Kingsley is telling his guys, foul whoever gets the ball immediately. Can't wait. On the other hand, if Wilby can get the ball out of the backcourt into the forecourt, they can just run the ball away. I'm sure they'll get fouled, but it'd be too little too late. So on the inbound, whoever has the ball has got to get fouled. So you would assume that Alan Piccolo is going to send in his best free throw shooters. Antoine Black's going to throw it in. He's got Jeremiah Tripp and Hicks right in front. Ball's thrown in. Got to foul him. And they do. 9.6. I think they waited too long. They do give him the 1-and-1. So it's a 2-point lead with 9.6 to go. Calvin Hicks, the junior guard, 5'10", he could put this one away if he can hit both. Makes the first, makes it a 3-point game. He makes this one. If you're Wilby, you just back off. Just enough in the way to slow him down. And he does. That should pretty much do it. It's a 4-point lead with 9.6 to go. So if you're Alan Piccolo, you're telling him to just give enough resistance to run the clock out, but no fouls, no anything. Just let the 9.6 run out. On the other hand, if you're Shane Kingsley, you need a quick shot, then hope you can get fouled before the free throws and get lucky on the free throws and try and get one in. It's been great to be with you here again in Wilby High School. I haven't been here in a while. Hope to get here again sometime soon for this DETSportsmedia.com production of CIAC Boys Basketball, along with Channel 16 and our friends at YouTube. Ansonia's got Devontae Weaver out there. Let's see what happens here. Smith just posing enough. Weaver shoots for 3, and that's no good. And with 2 and 1, and that's going to do it. Wilby overcomes the late deficit and is able to pull off the 4-point win over the visiting Ansonia Chargers. Once again, thank you for joining us on a Thursday night. This is Mitch Beck along with Deb Thoreau saying thank you for joining us on this DETSportsmedia.com production of CIAC Boys Basketball on Channel 16 and on YouTube. Thank you and have a very pleasant evening.